Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load. Terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
We all remember that one professor, the one everyone on campus had to take no matter what subject they taught because how much fun their class was. What if we told you there was a streaming service that had all those professors? One Day University has every must-have professor from the best colleges all across the country. One Day University, the most fun talks from the most fun professors. Available live and on demand. No homework, just the most fun you'll have while learning. Get a special offer at ondayu.com/odyssey.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. And, I suppose if you want to buy a T-shirt that's the dumbest thing ever, sure. If you've got young children and you want to look them in the eye and go, see this T-shirt? This is why you can't go to college.
Well, that's just bad financial decisions.
Yeah. Because your daddy did stupid stuff like this his entire life. Listened to Steve Miggs and bought this shirt.
Someone just placed their order on according to the text line. Just placed my order for the Ride the Turtles T-shirt, BJ. You're welcome.
Yeah. That person probably should be examined to see if, in fact, their brain's still working. That's all I'm saying.
Ride the Turtle.
So sure, go to KISW.com and buy one of these Ride the Turtle T-shirts and then wear it all over town so people can identify the morons easier.
If you like making BJ happy, trolling him, buy this shirt and be sure to tag him on his social media pages when you get it. Yeah, his daughter will retweet it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, KISW.com. Go there and that's one.
Let's play B Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. B Migs. Don't be a loser.
To be Migs, and it's time to turn down for tequila.
Shots for
what? Have a shot. Okay.
Tequila. Perfect. Get a Bloody Maria. Okay, it's very tasty. Yeah, they are very tasty. The tomato juice in anything is just good. It's pretty good. Let's get to our contestant. Today we've got David in Maple Valley. David, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, David will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. David, you can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Rev, let's do it, man.
Nice. In his 1933 inaugural speech, what did President Franklin Roosevelt say was the only thing to fear?
Fear itself.
Yes. Yeah. Who plays Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Gosh, that blonde-haired kid. Pass.
Finish the title of the Offspring song, Come Out and What?
Pass.
What do poachers seek when they kill elephants for their tusks?
Ivory.
Yes. Cincinnati is located on the shores of what river?
The Erie.
No.
Huron.
No.
Mississippi.
No. Which candy bar has the same name as our galaxy?
Milky Way.
Yes. What does the U.S. president do to the first turkey for Thanksgiving?
Pardons them.
Yes. How many swimmers are in a medley relay team?
4.
Yes. What was the day job of the title character in the Indiana Jones films?
He was a professor.
Yes. Which character on The Office is initially the receptionist?
Claire?
No! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct.
Oh, nice way to ask that question, because there were 2 receptionists on that show. You're right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do that much research.
You were very lucky to say that. 'Cause, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, initially it's good, because I was
Okay.
like, I thought maybe you did do research on that.
No. I got that either from your daughter, who
Yeah.
makes some lovely questions for me, or I just found it randomly on the
I
internet.
can't remember her name on the show, but Kimmy Schmidt. Kimmy Schmidt was the
Was
second
she
receptionist.
really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
She was Andy's girl, or at least they were sort of trying to be a couple on that show in the latter years. I don't know I can't remember if they ever got together or not.
Interesting. I love that show, Kimmy Schmidt.
Yeah, well,
It was a really good show.
She was fun on The Office. I'm sure her performance there is why she got a lot of other roles, because she's really. I just can't remember her name, but she's really talented.
Well, you can think about it.
Yeah.
Steve, you're back, and are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
In his 1933 inaugural speech, what did President Franklin Roosevelt say was the only thing to fear?
Fear itself.
Yes. Who plays Will Turner in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Johnny Depp.
No.
Oh. I don't know anyone else in that movie. I'm going to go with Liam Neeson.
No.
Gary Oldman.
No. Finish the title of the Offspring song. Come out and what?
Play.
Yes. What do poachers seek when they kill elephants for their tusks?
Ivory.
Yes.
Nice.
Cincinnati is located on the shores of what river?
Mississippi.
No.
Erie.
No.
River of Deceit.
No.
I changed it
Why?
up.
Say quiet.
What candy bar has the same name as our galaxy?
Mars.
No.
Milky Way.
Yes.
Okay,
What
then.
does the U.S. president do to the first turkey for Thanksgiving?
Kills it.
No.
He deep fries it.
No.
Which
He pardons it.
Yes.
Yes.
How many swimmers are in a medley relay team?
3.
No.
6.
No.
9.
No. What was the day job of the title character in the Indiana Jones films?
He's an archaeologist.
No.
Tell me, Professor.
Yeah.
Come on,
too
Professor
late.
Jones.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the decider. You lose. 6-5.
Good job,
Got
David.
him.
I need to apologize to my friend Pitfall Jones.
Yeah. Thanks very much, David. Appreciate you playing, and appreciate you getting me this song. That would be Steve. Hey, Steve. Steve.
BJ's getting his song voice ready for next week.
Oh, that's I'm done.
I screwed that question up, the Indiana Jones one, but I don't want to give a shout out to my buddy Pitfall Jones. Turned me on. He's a wrestler, indie wrestler. And
Yeah.
his character is like Pitfall meets Indiana Jones. At least that's what the name comes from, right?
Yeah.
So his whole thing is he looks like Indiana Jones. And there's a guy on Instagram called Dr. Indiana Jones, and what he does is recreates the Indiana Jones movies one scene at a time on Instagram. So a lot of them are done with like action figures, with Lego toys, with art, and then he actually employed Pitfall to create a fight scene where he did the whole fight scene from one of the movies from Indiana Jones in a wrestling ring.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
so, like,
amazing.
But I was like, that is just an insane Instagram account. So I just wanted to give it some love. But it's a guy that just creates Indiana Jones scenes one scene at a time on Instagram.
What was it called? What was his name again?
It's Dr. Indiana Jones.
Okay, so like a period there,
Yeah.
Dr. Period.
Yeah.
That's cool.
We are in the wild, wild west to think that this is what somebody can do. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know what I'm going to do? What are you going to do? I'm going to create Indiana Jones one scene at a time in pictures, maybe a video once in a while, and
That's
boom,
perfect for Instagram,
you'd be like,
too,
where the
man.
hell are you going to put that?
No, these are all done videos.
Oh, they're
man.
all videos.
So like, but they're videos like most of them are done. The scenes redone with action figures.
Oh,
like
that's
stop motion
fantastic.
style, or just like moving them around, kind of like talking and stuff.
Kinda, yeah,
Okay, that's
shaking
still
them a little
super
bit.
cool. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's
love
probably
that.
he's putting not the old Ray Harryhausen kind of stuff, but he's
Yeah.
it's still fun to look at.
Yeah.
That's dedication. I mean, this guy's been doing it forever, and he's still doing it. And it's not like he stopped at the first Indiana Jones movie. Like, he just keeps on going.
You can watch an entire movie
On
on
Instagram.
Instagram.
See, whenever you think your hobby's bizarre, it's not.
And he's got a podcast, too.
Again,
Indiana
talking
Jones.
about doing
Yeah.
that.
Whenever you think your podcast is bizarre, it's not.
The Nerd in Me podcast about cartoons, toys, and comic books.
Oh, I'm
Well,
gonna have to
I
listen to
love
that
this.
one. I like that. Who was Will Turner in Pirates?
Vicky.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom.
Legolas.
Yep.
The pirate.
Katy Perry's husband.
Oh yeah, huh?
I keep forgetting they're married.
Good for them.
They both did well.
for him.
You know when you say somebody's out of their league, they were both right in the same league.
Both out of each other's league.
Yeah, they really are. They're both MLB performers.
I think they named their baby like Daisy Bloom or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Adorable. David got how many swimmers are in a medley relay team? That would be 4.
Come on, man.
Most of the time in relay races, it's 4.
Come on, Steve.
You knew college professor. There's one question you didn't get to that David got wrong.
Hey, some are saying that he was a professor of archaeology, so he is an archaeologist.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I wondered about that myself, but I think he is an archaeologist.
We need to see his W-2s to see what he claims.
Yeah.
Well, wait. What was the question? What's his day job?
What was his day job?
He was a teacher, really.
Yeah.
See, that you both didn't get it right. Professor doesn't mean teacher. He was a teacher.
Well, he was a college what?
Well, here's the thing. He's a professor, but you can be a professor without actually teaching anybody.
But he did teach people.
He did.
In the scene,
that's
in the
what I'm
movie.
saying. So the right answer should be teacher, I think, more so than professor. Because did he say professor or teacher? What did he say?
I said archaeologist. I mean,
He said professor because he's a professor.
He is
a
Professor Jones.
teaches
Yeah,
in
and
college.
I'm wondering if a professor doesn't always teach. If that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's a good question. Does a professor always teach, or are you just
How
give
do
it?
you manage to ask questions that I cannot possibly answer?
First definition, a teacher of the highest rank.
Okay, then you know what? Professor works.
I'm glad we solved that.
Wow.
So then I was sort of sticking up for you because archaeologist does go.
that
Archaeologist
sounded
out
like
in
a
the field.
long route to go for a nitpick there.
Well, I was trying to get your back.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, because I mean, because he
I'm
wasn't
sure
an
on his days off,
archaeologist.
he probably did archaeologist stuff.
Yeah,
Probably.
His day job was he was a teacher. It was just a matter of whether or not a professor calls him a teacher, but we confirmed it, so he's not an archaeologist. So your question is, I'm saying you're right, Rev, is what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm not arguing with you.
I'm just confused as why you're confused about teacher and professor.
I just was wanting to be sure before I came out and said that you were absolutely right. That's all. I didn't know for sure if a professor
Pains
is
him
always
to
a
say
teacher.
you're right. So
Yeah.
I guess so.
I'm
cross
just,
every T and dot every I.
I do a little research before I come out and just blab stuff.
And by
That's all I'm
research, you
saying.
blab out loud and have your son look it up on Google.
Exactly.
There was no research there.
Joey Dees is my official archaeologist of information.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
not his day job.
No, it's not.
The one question that David did get wrong that you didn't get to, Steve, the character in The Office that was initially a receptionist.
Yes.
Character in The Office?
I'm the
Yes.
only one that
I'm going
knows
to go
this.
with Michael Scott.
No.
Oh.
Do you know any other characters?
No, he
in The
does.
Office?
He really
Steve
hasn't.
Carell.
No.
So you're saying the character. So
Yeah.
that would be our girl Pam.
Yes, it would be
Yeah.
Pam. And then apparently there was a receptionist later on. So
The greatest love story of all time, Pam and Jim.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. Well,
Some people are texting about Kimmy Schmidt.
because BJ was mentioning that Pam was initially the receptionist, then they got a new receptionist, and then the actress was the lady who played Kimmy Schmidt.
Ellie Kemper.
Yeah, Ellie Kemper.
Ellie Kemper,
Was it the
thank you.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we were
That was a fun
talking about
show.
how awesome that show
And
was.
Ellie was she was Ed Helms' love interest for a bit on The Office in the latter
Erin.
seasons. Yeah,
Her
and,
too.
And Aaron, the character, and I can't remember Ed Helms' name either. I'm forgetting everybody else's
You're
name.
a terrible fan of The
Really?
Office.
Well,
You're almost as good of a fan of The Office as I
arguably,
am.
I'm a fan of The Office in its first good few seasons.
Andy.
Oh,
They
see,
had.
there's where you do
You
that.
did say his name earlier, though. You said Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, I did say Andy.
You did say it correctly
Andy-
earlier.
Yeah, Andy and Aaron were a love interest, and of course, Ellie was really good on that show. Actually,
Well, through all of this, I'm just glad that Steve lost this morning.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. Hey, you got something to say? I got something to say. They're wild, rabid, and on the loose. This is Listeners on the Loose.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Whatever it is that you feel should be spoken about. Well, remember, Steve has rules for speaking.
It's a simple rule, BJ. It's just to show some energy and to bring it, otherwise we will gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone texted earlier, you guys were talking about cupcakes. My 7-year-old broke the bottom of a cupcake off and put it on top, making a sandwich. A game changer. I'll never eat cupcakes the same again.
Oh, hell yes.
I've never done that, but I've seen people do it. And I'll have to try it next time.
It's brilliant because it just feels so much better in your mouth.
I have heard that. I tried it one time, and I don't know if I did it right or if it made more of a mess. I mean, I think the cupcake has to be somewhat firm in order for it to work. because it just seemed to be more messy and crummy than. I just said, I'm not going to do this.
Because I don't know about you guys, but like when I get like a blueberry muffin, I'll work the bottom first.
Oh, yeah, you
and then
do.
eat the top. Like we talk about Starbucks. The Starbucks blueberry muffin is like one of the best blueberry muffins I've ever had. And I'll just try and work and eat the bottom part first, and then get the top, which is the best part.
The muffin top is always the best part.
Well, I mean,
but the bottom's good too. It's just I don't want that to be my last impression of that cup. Muffin.
Exactly. I mean, they didn't make an episode on Seinfeld about muffin bottoms.
That's true.
Yeah. So 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So I want to know, what fictional character do you think could become your best friend in real life?
Ooh.
Deep question.
Oh, I completely know Joe's going to kill me for this because he knows that we both watch this show. But I know. Michael Burnham from Star Trek Discovery. So I told you he was going to kill me.
Who is this guy?
It's a girl.
Oh.
She's the lead captain on the new Star Trek series, and she cries every episode.
Oh, your dad likes to make women cry.
That's why she'd be my best friend.
You don't even have to try hard. She's just crying, huh? Oh, mine's a no-brainer.
Okay, who's that?
Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai.
Okay, then.
Just go around calling everybody the P word.
You know what? There's your Fred.
Oh, I love that. Dude, we spent like a half hour yesterday in the office, myself, D. Ted Smith, and Thrill, just sharing our favorite Johnny Lawrence memories so far from the Cobra Kai season, because all three of us are obsessed with that show.
Nice. All right, Vic, who you got?
I'm going to pick the Harley Quinn, but Kaylee Cuoco's Harley Quinn, because she's crazy and will do anything for you. Like, if somebody messes with you, she will go and kill them.
When was Kaylee Cuoco Harley Quinn?
She did the animated series. It's on HBO Max.
You've had this conversation, but you forgot.
You don't care about it.
That's because you don't care. You don't care about.
Well, he said fictional character.
You're right.
I'd even go with
I'm going to hang out with He-Man.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say
He-Man. It's a fictional character, and you are shaming her because it's animated fictional character.
It doesn't count on two things. A, it's a cartoon, and B, it's the Kelly Cuoco's not really Harley Quinn. It's just her voice. I
love to disagree with Vicky. Wow. I would love to, but I'm afraid I got her back on this one.
All right, fine. Hang out with Harley Quinn, the cartoon version.
I wouldn't mind Margot Robbie's version either.
Much better.
You be you. Do not back down because she changed you.
Have you not seen the documentary, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? You can definitely hang out with cartoons.
Well, she's got you there, buddy.
I would like to hang out with Jessica Rabbit.
I bet you would.
Right? Oh, you would?
Too.
Yeah.
Why? She's animated. That was my impression of you after talking with D. Ted Smith and Thrill.
I was so confused. I thought I was listening to myself.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Rev.
You know what? I think, oh man, this is a tough one, but I'm going to go with Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Ooh, good call.
Oh, that would be fun.
He's got a sweet mustache, and he doesn't like to do anything.
But he
loves bacon.
He doesn't seem to suffer fools, and I have a feeling you'll piss him off at some point.
Probably, but at that point, maybe I'll be able to grow as a person and become a little more manly.
I don't know if that. I don't know. You know what? Yeah, if you can at least pretend to be manly, like if you want to start whittling and do wood projects, okay.
Yeah, fake it till you make it.
All right,
Joe.
I want to hang out with Frank Reynolds from Always Sunny.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Danny DeVito?
Yes.
The Danny DeVito character.
Yes. That would be fun.
Dude,
but you get in a lot of trouble.
No, it gets gross.
Yeah.
Don't forget what they do when he, really, you don't want to, when he's, I'm forgetting the character's name, his buddy, that he sleeps with.
Charlie Day?
Charlie when he and Charlie get into some of the gross stuff that they do together, are you sure you want to, how far do you want to go with Frank?
You know what? I'm going to be the wild card. I don't care. Let's do it.
Oh my God. They do some, doesn't he eat his toenails or don't they have like toe jam
there's
sandwiches?
a whole bunch of really gross things,
Yeah,
yes.
It's not good, man. He and Charlie are just sick.
Someone was surprised that Red didn't want to go with My Little Pony. Well, which one?
Well, first off, Steve already animated shamed everybody.
Yeah, you can't go. He can't.
So,
he can't
but
pony up
if
on
I was
this.
going to, I was going to say Rarity. Rarity's the best pony.
I'm glad I don't know who and why that means.
Rarity is a unicorn and is also the celebrity of the group.
I had no idea.
My Little Pony.
How can you call a unicorn a pony? Isn't it, right off the bat? Doesn't that? That's a plot
they've
hole.
got unicorn ponies and Pegasus ponies and all sorts of different ponies.
Plot hole. A Pegasus is still a horse, if you ask me. A horn.
Excuse me?
What My Little Pony are you watching?
My Little Horse.
So it said Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. That's who I'd want to be hanging out with.
Oh, Ricky?
Ricky would be fun.
Okay.
Might go Bubbles, though. I feel like Bubbles will be able to give you some of life's great answers.
And Bubbles is actually the smartest one of the group, really. I hate to say it, Though Julian always has the beverages, man. I don't know if he'll share them with you, but I mean, who doesn't want to hang out with a guy that everywhere he goes, he's got a mixed drink? See, he doesn't have a beer.
Right.
He's got a mixed drink in his hand. And you know what? I don't even know what Julian drinks. I should know this. Is it rum and Coke?
Dude, it's been so long since I watched Trailer Park Boys. I can't remember.
It's either a whiskey and Coke or a rum and Coke. If anybody knows that, gosh, I can't believe I don't remember what that is. But that's why I love Julian. Because he's always, I mean, it's the greatest part of the show. Is it rum and Coke?
Rum and Coke.
That's right.
Oh,
See,
that's your drink.
He's my boy. All right.
Although he did in one episode turn down the offer of rum, stating he was drinking whiskey. So he does drink whiskey on occasion.
What is that? Was that him trying to get off the wagon?
I guess.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep it light.
I still haven't watched every episode, and ever since Mr. What's his face passed away.
Oh, Mr. Leahy.
Yeah, Mr. Leahy passed away. I don't know if they're going to have any new episodes. It doesn't seem right that they would do it without him.
I'd hope they would.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of villains over the years that they've had, but no one like Mr. Leahy, man. Oh well, may he rest in peace.
So, remember, a good point. If we're going to be best friends with a fictional character, we should go with Chewbacca.
Yeah.
Because
great loyalty.
Yeah, but don't piss him off.
Yeah, rip your arms off.
Once you piss him off, he can't stop himself. He will rip your arms off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I play board games. There's just no way. I mean, you saw Chewbacca playing chess.
Fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think, though, like, if you're best friends, you're going to know what to do and what not to do to piss off your Wookiee friend.
You should be fine with him. I think you've got the perfect temperament.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll ever bother him.
Hit the bars if someone's getting in our face. Just like, Wookiee, rip his arms off.
Well, first you should call him Chewie, okay? I mean, you're going to at least call him by his first name. Just don't call him Wookiee. That'd be like,
hey, Wookiee.
Steve's my best friend. Human, get me a drink.
That's fine.
All right.
Steve, he'd be the ultimate tag team partner in a wrestling match.
Hell yeah. He'd be my muscle.
Yeah.
I'll distract the Rev. Not the Rev, the ref.
Whoa.
I'll distract the ref, and while the ref's not looking, he'll rip the other person's arms off.
Yeah, and that, I think, will be the end of your wrestling careers.
Well, yeah, I'd have to run it by that guy before we agree to this.
Before you rip his... Yeah,
I
don't think anybody wants to...
I don't think anyone's going to give me consent to rip their arms off.
You know, getting hit with a chair is one thing.
Fair.
You know. All right.
Oh, this is a rather interesting debate that someone decided to bring up. You've heard of the debate about, when you wipe, going forward or back.
Oh, yes.
But what about standing up or sitting down? My best guy friend just informed me that he wipes standing up. What kind of heathen does that?
Me.
Okay, there you go. We have a heathen.
I'm with the Rev. Is there any other way to do it?
Get up,
I mean, sitting
stand
down,
up.
I know.
Yeah, that's the other way to do it. I'm not saying it's the right or wrong way, but that is the other way to do it.
I don't want to sit down while doing that. I want to rather stand. Joe, you look confused.
Did you guys say you wipe standing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
What? I don't.
You don't?
No. Don't you wipe when you're sitting down on the toilet?
Yeah, you have to lean forward.
Yeah.
I feel like for women...
Why do I want to do that? I'm not like, I mean...
I feel like when you stand up, the gates close, if you will. So
Well,
it's
not
harder
like-
to get up in there.
Well, not sitting up like it's a deadlift where I got to clench everything. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
It's more like
There's no
almost like
clenching, yeah.
it's more like just like a relaxed squat kind of a thing. I guess I don't know how else to
Okay.
describe
So,
it.
you're So you're not standing. You're squatting.
I'm standing, but it's like I'm not like. I'm more like.
All right. I don't
Do
think
you
I
bounce
wanna
like that too?
I don't want to.
I do.
I don't like this question anymore.
Next question.
Okay. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Somebody was going to say, minus your wedding or birth of a child, what is the best 10 seconds of your life?
The wedding of a child. How about
You
that?
haven't had that happen yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm still anticipating it's the best 10 seconds of my life.
All right. So besides
The best 10 seconds?
best 10 seconds of your life.
Whoa. That's a lot. We've had a lot of good 10 seconds. I know you have.
Yes, I'm having a tough time trying to narrow it down.
You know
I'm
what?
Very lucky.
For me, it was finding out that I had gotten onto Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Like, just getting the letter in the mail confirming that was one of the coolest, most exciting experiences of my entire life.
I forgot. So it was a mailed letter, not
Yeah.
even an email or a phone call.
I still have all of the paperwork. I just found it in a desk, actually. And
you should frame that with like a
Yeah.
picture of you in front of the wheel.
Losing.
That's actually a really good idea.
Yeah. Make sure you have a picture of the bankrupt. I think that would be really
You shut up.
Oh, sorry.
All right. See, mine, it might be those 10 seconds after we finished playing with Stone Temple Pilots.
Figured it had to be the STP thing.
That was a huge moment.
Yeah.
And I was so nervous, and just the love, we were playing Sex Type thing, so that was cool. So, it's a song that's very popular with the band, but to get through it, the band was super excited about it. The Rockaholics at Pain in the Grass were like having a blast with it as well. That was such a freaking cool moment. I almost cursed, but that was really fun.
There's been so many, but I think the one that's iconic for me because it was when I got to host a television show with William Shatner for and it was literally 10 seconds too. By the way, he was like, "Okay, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to do this thing." Okay. But I mean, the fact that here I am sharing something that's entertainment with a guy who was the king of the world that I loved was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
So that was, if I got to pick 10 seconds, and that was relatively early in my career. It was like 30 years ago.
Did you find yourself uncomfortably staring at him while it was going on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I tried not to fanboy my ass off as much as but I mean, I couldn't help it. I was like,
You know what's another one? It's a contra one, but it was the time I got to introduce Metallica at CenturyLink Field. Because I was I remember mentally telling myself, be present while you do this. Because sometimes when I do stage announcements and have been in front of a larger crowd, I tend to almost kind of black out. Not really black out, but really just kind of phase everything out, make everybody a blur so I don't get nervous because it
Kinda
just wrecks my stomach.
Autopilot almost.
Stare above everybody. Really don't try and embrace it because I'm just too nervous and I would get sick and I might hurl. But this one I was just you have to enjoy that moment. Do not pass that up. You're about to walk in front of 50,000 people.
Yeah.
To introduce one of your all-time favorite bands. When you get out there, I'm saying this to myself, I'm just stand there and just soak it in. And I did, and I'm so glad I did.
Nice.
And then I got a guitar pick from their manager. That was pretty sweet.
Cool.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.
Hey, Washington, Delta Dental is on a mission. Our state has a lot to smile about, and we think those smiles should be healthy and bright. That's why our Tooth Fairies taught over 30,000 kids the importance of dental care. Whether it's in the classroom or online, they make good habits stick and spread a little magic along the way with free programs, parent resources, and of course, toothbrushes. The Tooth Fairy experience is helping us get closer to being 100% cavity-free. Learn more at cavityfreewa.com.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Listeners on the loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone just texted saying, "Hi, I'm 21 years old, and I'm currently in the process of buying a home. What kind of things should I be paying attention to, or what's something that you all wish you knew when you were purchasing your first home? Thanks."
Wow.
21, congratulations.
Well,
Gosh.
I feel like, you know what, the Vicky's and you are the closest ones to have bought a home. So, and Rev too, now that I think about it, it's recently. I haven't bought a home in years.
Well, I wish I knew when I bought my first home. I wish I knew not to do it. I'm joking, but I'm not. I had so many people telling me because it was right when I got a nice pay raise and I was able to afford a house, and everyone's like, buy a house. Buy a house. And it was right at that time when the market forever ago was just through the roof. Everyone's buying houses, and then everything just crumbled, and then the house was worth nothing.
Oh,
and I hated the house.
Oh, I remember that.
The whole thing was just, I rushed into it, and I should have taken my time. So my advice is wait till you're 25. I'm kidding.
Well, that's great advice, though. At 21 years old, you're very emotional. Homes are very emotional. It's like my own place. I'm forging my own way. And if you're trying to be smart, but you're putting your emotions in like that, those two don't mix all the time.
I'd say do it now, because obviously the interest rates are insane. Houses are just getting more and more expensive. I mean, I can't even imagine trying to buy a house in a couple of years from now, just the way that these house prices are going. But just don't be too impulsive. You have time. It's not like you need to do it. You need to find a house and get it purchased in a week. If it takes you a month to find that house that you're super happy with, or a couple of months, nothing's going. You shouldn't force that. You know.
And you're 21, and the one thing I had to keep in mind is this is not my forever home. I'm single. I don't have kids yet. I will eventually get a new house, so don't try to look for that dream home. Look for your starter home, one that's going to eventually, increase in value and it's going to help you get your dream home down the line. That's
and if
what
you're
I
single,
held for
get
me.
one with a hot tub. Chicks like hot tubs.
Hell yeah.
And also, they are not a financial smart thing. Usually.
Hot tubs?
No.
I
hot
agree.
tubs are the greatest things, man.
I mean, as Vicky talks about that, the whole idea of a starter home and all of this ridiculousness that sometimes we're sold by the Madison Avenue of home selling. You know what, dude? Seriously? I mean, what you really ideally would like to do is be able to buy a home that's going to be your forever home and put down enough so you don't have to have that PMI insurance. That is what you ideally would like to do. And at 21 years old, you could be that smart. You really could. But again, these are emotional decisions, and don't beat yourself up if you turn around. Because here's the one thing that I never wanted to do. I never wanted to figure out how much I really paid for my house when all the interest was said and done.
Right.
You see, no one ever thinks of that. And, when you sit in a starter home.
Infuriating.
That's why, starter homes and this and that, I mean, it's all cute and everything, but it's not a great financial decision. It's an emotional decision. Nothing wrong with it, but just know that if you're looking for strategy and emotions don't always go well together.
I like the texter. I was going to say this one, and I 100% agree. Make sure you get that inspection and even be there when the inspector goes through the home. Mm-hmm. My experience has taught me that half of the stuff they look at, they didn't even I wouldn't even thought of writing down. So I think you do learn a lot by being there with the inspector. And another person says, put down that 20% because mortgage insurance is a bitch.
Yeah, and make sure that you get stuff like sewer and electrical checked out, because we had to do with that with ours. And I've already had to repipe my house. I've had to fix my sewers. And luckily, we were able to talk with the homeowner originally that we were buying from to get them to fix the electrical stuff, because my house was built in the 50s and they never changed the electrical. I didn't have any of the outlets grounded until basically the mortgage company was like, that has to be done before anything happens. So, yeah, fortunately, they were able to do that. So, hooray.
And one thing I didn't realize until I became an adult, how expensive things you need for your house are. Like how much a rug costs. Like it's a piece of fabric, depending what it is. It's like $100 for something I'm going to step on. So little things like that add up. Like why? Why is it that and vegetables always go faster if you're the one buying them.
So be warned, vegetables and rugs, they're gonna kill you.
They will.
They're just gonna kill your wallet.
I have to just sit here and smile. Bite my lip a little bit.
Well, BJ, he lays on vegetables and eats carpet.
That's what I do.
Whoa! Oh, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
That didn't come out the way I thought.
Then. And by the way, I mean, really, that sounds really horrible because on both sides of that.
On every aspect.
Well, good luck and congratulations that you could get a house.
Yeah, good luck
I
to
think
you.
that's pretty awesome. And stay away from those carpets and those cucumbers.
Yes.
So it says, love you guys. My name's Terry. I work at QFC downtown Kirkland. You make my mornings awesome.
Go QFC.
You rock, Terry.
I love QFC, by the way, man.
Do you ever hear a name and it just instantly makes you think of a celebrity?
Oh, like Terry?
Yeah, first thing, I'm a nerd with wrestling, I know, but I'm like, ooh, Bam Bam Terry Gordy.
Oh, I was thinking of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I thought you were going to think
because of his
that
10-inch
too.
penis,
Yeah.
because Terry doesn't
Hulk
have
Hogan
one.
doesn't have a 10-inch penis. We don't have to drop the place.
That's right. You have to do
Terry
it yourself.
Bolea.
I'm the only one who thought Terry Crews.
Terry
Oh,
Crews.
the actor.
That's like the first thing I thought.
It's a good actor to think of. Terry's fun. Yeah, I see what you mean. If it's a name you go, it's the only time I ever think of that name is when it's a celebrity. Like William. I always think of William Shatner.
Huh.
Because who calls themselves William?
Shakespeare.
Yes.
Who was he?
hasn't been around in a
Who's
while,
that
but-
guy?
That's true.
Yeah.
But I know a guy, I remember, he's like, how do you remember my name? And I was like, because when I see you, I think Mark Twain, because his name was Mark. And as soon as I met him, I was like,
wait a
Mark
minute.
Twain. He doesn't look like Mark
Oh.
Twain. I don't know why, but I just had to create a connection to a celebrity to
Twain.
remember the guy's name.
Well, all right. Listen, if it works for you, I mean, there's a lot of Marks out there. I think I've met more Marks than Williams. Like somebody will call themselves Bill, but when somebody calls themselves William, that's when I go, oh, I think of Shannon. But Mark, oh, it's funny. All right.
More often than not, they're not even like they look like this. It's just the only way I can remember someone's name. Like there's a dude at the gym, awesome guy. His name is Paul. When I see him, I instantly think Triple H, and I'm like, why did I go Triple H with him? And I'm like, oh yeah, Triple H's real name is Paul.
So is this a mnemonic device to remember the guy, or
Yes.
is this just okay? So that's what it is. So
it's
you're
my
not
way to
just-
remember names.
Oh well, that's a whole different story. I mean, yeah, I should use that. I like that idea.
I mean, if it works for you, I think it's really weird, and that's the only way I can remember, though.
Well, that makes sense. I wonder because people are always trying to find a way to remember somebody's names. I've just accepted the fact that I won't.
Yeah.
I've come to grips with it, and I'm just like, I need to just tell the person, I'm sorry I forgot your name.
But what if you
know.
hit that point where, like, now you've known them for maybe like several months? You've seen them several times.
Ooh.
What do you do?
For the most part, if I've seen you several times in several months, I will remember your name. It's the people that you meet once and you don't see for like 3-4 months at a time, but you know of them. But yeah, it's been a while, and it's just like, well, what do you want from me? I don't even talk to you much.
But what if it's like someone like you met, you didn't think you were going to get to know them much. So you met them a couple of times, like, I'll probably never see this person again. Why am I even trying to remember their name? And then next thing you know, they've become part of like your friend circle. Or like one of like a neighbor, for instance, whatever it may be.
I got that now.
And you just like, at this point, like, you're like, I just feel like the ultimate douche if I say, look, I've known you for about a year. I don't know your name.
I need you to help me with this, because this is exactly happening now.
Okay.
I have my neighbors who've been in this house for a long time, that their kids are grown up, that they can actually talk and go out and do stuff.
Okay.
They say hi to me by name every time.
Yeah.
I have no idea what their names are.
Check their mail.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
Well, yeah, what kids are
Just
getting mail?
rummage around in their
I know,
mail?
I know the parents' names. I don't know the kids' names.
The kids.
Ask the parents.
Well,
Just ask them.
I know, but I want it. But the kids are always around when I see the parents. I never see them alone.
Do you have their number or something? You can like text them or like
so
next
really,
door app
you
them
don't
or
think it's
something?
weird for me to just go, "Hey, Steve, what's your kid's name?" I mean, because I feel
not
weird
at
even
all.
doing that.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, because I've had that happen where we knew the woman's name in the relationship, but we never knew the dude's name. And I was like, well, my wife and I were talking. I'm like, we should just ask her. And she's like, if we ask her, she's going to tell the guy.
It's true.
So, I mean, I say bring one of your kids over and have them introduce themselves to him. Like, hey,
Sarah, you need to go out in the neighborhood. You need to find the name of those 2 kids. And then we got another neighbor that moved in. They got 3 kids, and geez, if they ever start telling me who they are, I don't even know. I barely remember the parents' names because I met them, and yet they did something really nice for Christmas for us. They left a nice little thing in the box, and I had to. Luckily, they left their address on there because I was like, I don't know who this family is, and it was like, oh, it's the new people, and I was like, oh, I want to say thank you, but every time they're outside, I'm not out, and then I see them at the window. I go, all right, and then I go outside, and they're gone.
After dating many sketchy guys, I've gotten really good at getting all the information I need off Facebook and Instagram. So just tell me their names and I'll get you the names.
There you go.
Yeah, that's not creepy.
Well, they won't know.
No.
I know, but I mean,
and there's nothing malicious about it. I just want to know their names so you can say hi.
All right.
I think it's less weird than being like, what's your kids' names?
I agree. I totally agree. That's why I don't want to say it. And I mean,
or just accept that you'll never know them and just be like, hey.
That's what I do, but I feel bad
sport.
Because every time they go, hey, BJ, how you doing? I'm going, hey,
you.
Looking good, you. I know, I hate it.
I like this text that says, I'm surprised Steve doesn't think of porn star names to remember names too, LOL.
Oh, that.
And this is the best part. It's signed Belladonna. And this person texts in from time to time, and every time they sign it Belladonna, I instantly do think of the porn star.
Well,
straight up.
I mean, if you meet a guy named Peter,
little hearts on there.
You probably think of Peter North, right?
No, I think Dinklage.
Oh, well, that's a good. You know what? At least that's a non-porn reference, so you're saved there.
But it's like the most porn name.
How about Rocco? You probably think of Sifredi, right?
Oh, easily. Who else?
There you go.
I mean, Despirito?
Yeah.
No, like Rocco, the wallaby from Nickelodeon.
Okay, see, I don't think I can
Rocco's
do this
Modern
anymore.
Life.
I get it. I mean, but boy, that's going deep.
You know what's funny? I had this thing happen to me at the grocery store the other day. I ran into a woman, and she's Sarah's friend, and I've been to multiple parties with her. I've had an hour-long conversation with her, and I could not remember her name. And I kept telling my brain, don't say Karen. I know it sounds like Karen Jo, but her name is not Karen.
Was she complaining, asking for a manager? Is that why?
Luckily, no. But she goes, all right, bye, Joe. And I'm like, bye, Karen. And she looks at me, it's Kara. And I'm like, son of a bitch.
So close. It's so close.
If only your voice trailed off when you said Karen.
Bye, Karen.
I would have been good.
Why'd you even say the name?
Dude, I know. I told myself not to, but I went for it. You know? Like, just do it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I shouldn't have just done it.
Yeah. No, you had to. You have to take a shot because if you don't say their name, they know you don't know it.
Yeah, but I mean... Yeah, that's,
you got to take a shot. I mean,
she's always going to remember you now as the person that didn't remember her name.
She told Sarah the next day that your brother got your name wrong. I'm wrong.
And you called her Karen, which is like the worst name.
I know.
You should have just went, I'm sorry, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
That'll be great. I need all these groceries because I need to,
You should have just dived into a display of vegetables or something.
You should have said, that's what I said.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
said Kara.
Yeah, Kara.
Or just respond, be like, and my name's Jeff. It's just like,
that would have been awesome. That's what you do.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. Can I leave things off of a bankruptcy, like my car?
You have to list all of your assets and creditors when you file bankruptcy. So you would have to tell the court and the trustee that you have the car or that you have a car loan. You could say that I want to keep my car and continue to make my payments on the car. But the court will need to know that you have a car and that you may have a payment on the car. So by leaving it off the bankruptcy, if you mean that you cannot disclose it to the court, the answer to that is no, you must disclose it. However, that does not mean that you'll lose those assets. You'll be able to keep things like a car and a house in almost all cases, but you must disclose them to the court. But you'll need to continue to make payments on a house or a car that you intend to keep.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Spend less time in the laundry room and more time doing the things you love. Introducing the Samsung Smart Top Load Laundry Pair, now available at Lowe's. The washer's large capacity means you can fit more in every load. Plus, its super speed setting washes a full load in only 28 minutes. Shop the smart washer that will streamline laundry day, backed by Lowe's Price Promise. Based on using super speed on a normal cycle with an 8-pound load, terms apply. See Lowe's.com/price promise for details. U.S. only.